Helmut, my father, and his brother were put in Hitler's Civilian Youth Corps, and he could see the direction of where it was headed. He said, I just won't participate in this. My parents were immigrants from Germany. One of them was from Germany and the other from Great Britain. My father, his father was an art director for films, and in the early 30s, he was being conscripted to do propaganda films for Hitler, and he made a decision, I cannot support this. He understood the racism, the agendas, the anti-Jewish sentiments that were taking place. He could see it with his own eyes, and he just said, I'll refuse to do this. So he pretty much up and left pretty suddenly. What really stirred that up is Helmut, my father, and his brother were put in Hitler's Civilian Youth Corps, and he could see the direction of where it was headed. He said, I just won't participate in this. So they moved out, and I heard those stories. It was part of my upbringing. Interestingly, in our history, for 9 years, we met with a Jewish group. We were in their building because they had their worship time on a Saturday or Friday nights at Shabbat. And they were gracious enough to let us use their building for 9 years. And we actually had a partnership. We did it on a handshake without a lease agreement. We were very honoring of our traditions between us, and we actually partnered multiple times on services. So for the High Holy Days, the various events, we would join, they would join us for some things. I think the idea there is we felt, actually when we went to that building, Rabbi and I spoke, and we felt like we needed to actually model Jew and Gentile being able to be brothers together. And that was part of the reason we were in that building. And so we actually took it very seriously. We've got our own building now, so we're no longer there. But when we left, we gave them a blessing. We gave them some plaques with scriptures out of Zechariah, speaking of the restoration of Israel. And they gave us a similar gift. And I think that time, for me, was very important to sow into that. And I could feel it being in that building, their fear of anti-Semitism. I was clearly aware of what they were facing with that. And so for me, it's, I think what I would say is, I stand with you in the sense that you're like brothers to me, or sisters. And similarly, it's not just talk. I will come to your aid if there's need. Financial needs, that was the case with this congregation when they needed things. We participated in that. They had, especially on the High Holy Days, we honored and respected those times, and we would not meet on occasion to, just facilitate what was needed.